Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Empowered Soul Podcast. I'm Lynn, and today's episode is The Angelic Connection, How Angels Support and Protect Us. So, the first type of angels I want to talk about are our guardian angels. And we all have a guardian angel. We have all been assigned, as we have come to the earth, to have a guardian angel to help us along with our journey, on our path, and to just guide us and support us and protect us. And what I want to say about guardian angels is that when you're open to their love and their guidance and their support for you, you get to see those signs and synchronicities even more in your life. So for example, when I was going through my divorce, because that was my spiritual awakening, that was the catalyst to get me to where I'm at today. I want to tell you guys that I did not believe in psychics. My cousins would they would go to psychics all the time, and they'd come to me and they tell me what the psychic would tell them, and I'd be like, okay. So that just goes to show you how closed off I was to the spiritual realm. Because the divorce was kind of like my rock bottom, because my youngest son was 6 weeks old when he asked for the divorce. I just, felt lost. I didn't know what to do. And so at that point in my life, I was kind of desperate for something to help me to understand what was going on. And then one day on the radio in Hawaii, they have psychics that come on the radio. And normally I don't listen to the radio. I usually just have music because I don't like commercials. But that day I was listening to the radio, psychic came on, and I heard, what the psychic was saying for the people that came on. And then I got the idea. That was a little hint from my guardian angel, go see a psychic. Since I was at the point, I had to open up to other avenues of understanding things. And so I went to go see a psychic. And it was such a great experience because she was a empath, so she could feel what was happening in my situation. And that was kind of like the spark of me slowly opening up more and more to the spiritual realm. Because I tell you, I was super resistant to it. Like before I got on my spiritual journey, I didn't believe in angels at that time. And then I started learning about angel numbers. And I was like, oh, this is weird. And then I would see them everywhere. 111 and 555 and all this stuff. And then you go on the internet and you're like, what does this mean? And, those are just signs and synchronicities that the universe and your guides and your angels are giving you. And so that kind of opened up a little bit more. And then the next steps, I just got into a whole bunch of spiritual practices. It was into tarot, oracle cards, and did the pendulum. And then I got into energy healing and so on and so forth. But it's me opening up slowly to what the divine and what my angels are wanting me to experience to lead me more on my path of what I'm meant to do. So that's my experience with tuning in with your guardian angel. But at that time, I didn't know that was my guardian angel giving me these hints okay, now go see a healer. And when I first heard of an energy healer, I was like, what is that? And of course, me being skeptical at the time, I went to go see someone that did Reiki, and she did her energy healing on me, and she got messages. And I remember one of the messages was, the boys are going to be okay. I was so worried about what's going to happen to my kids when this divorce is finalized. How's it going to affect them? And so on and so forth. And she just, got the messages, the boys are going to be okay. So I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And then later on, afterwards, we sat down and she was like, I think you're a light worker. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but okay. So I kind of it was just those little breadcrumbs that the universe and God and my angels were placing in front of me, all these little things, so that I can slowly expand my awareness to exploring and discovering these things. And that's what I am now. And so those are just examples. So look at your life of where do you feel that invisible presence of guidance and protection guiding you on your journey now, and how does that look for you? So the universe, your angels are speaking to you through music, through seeing angel numbers, through even a conversation that maybe you had a question to, of should I do this? Should I do that? and then hearing somebody's conversation about it and then receiving that answer in that way. So just be open to that. So next I want to talk about archangels. Now, archangels are not assigned to any individual, but they're accessible to everyone. And there are a lot of archangels. And the very first archangel that I really connected with is Archangel Michael. And how I connected with Archangel Michael was through this lady who does tarot on YouTube. She was talking about her experience with him. And she also put up a prayer that she found and that she did. And because I, trusted I trusted her information. So I did the same thing. So she, on her website, you could go to where the prayer was. I, printed it out, and it was a prayer that you do every Tuesday, and you need a candle. And so I did it on a Tuesday. This was a little bit after the time that my partner at the time asked for the divorce. So again, back at that, like, what do I do? How can I find different ways to help me in this situation? And one of them was this prayer. So it was a Tuesday evening. I did the prayer at night. And then I didn't think anything of it. I asked Archangel Michael, because, you ask him for what you want help in. And I said to help me with my marriage, because I didn't want to get a divorce. I'm the type of person that I will stay with you forever. And so I did not want to divorce. I wanted to work things out. We have kids together. So I do that prayer. And then the very next morning, I had to take my baby to a doctor's appointment. I come home, and me and the boys settle in, because Noah was only 3 at the time, so he did not have school. And I go upstairs, because we had a two-story house. I go upstairs, and all the lights are on, like the hallway light, every bedroom light, the bathroom in the hallway. And I was like, why would he leave all the lights on? This is weird. And so I turn all the lights off. I go downstairs in the living room, put on a movie while I do some laundry. Then as I'm doing my laundry, I finish it. My brother calls. At the time, my brother was stationed in New York, so we would be on the phone for like hours. And we're on the phone. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go, put the clothes away. And so I go upstairs, and all the lights are on again. I didn't walk all the way up the stairs because I saw all the lights on. And I was like, bro, all the lights are on in the house. And I'm not going to lie, I got freaked out because there's no one in the house. And I just turned off all the lights, and my kids are, baby 3-year-old downstairs with me the entire time. And so thankfully the universe allowed me to have this experience with my brother, because if I was by myself, I would have been even more freaked out. But the fact that my brother was on the phone, it was a better experience. And so I had to logically think about this. And so I look up Archangel Michael on the internet, and it talked about him being very bold. And I was like, okay, this is very bold. And I was like, well, all the lights turned on and not off. So that's a good sign too, because if it was a scary movie, all the lights turn off, right? But in this case, all the lights turned on. So I was like, okay, I can see how all of that fear, right? Because it's a fear of the unknown. Because I don't know what I was doing. I'm just doing stuff, and so come to find out, that was Archangel Michael. That was that sign from the universe of really waking me up. At that moment in time is when I really believed more in spiritual beings, in archangels. And so thankfully, I had that experience with love and grace. And to this day, I laugh back at it with Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for waking me up and letting me have that experience to really know that you're there. So that's just, my experience with Archangel Michael. If you would like the prayer, I will leave a link to the prayer in the description if you would like to connect with Archangel Michael through his prayer. So along my journey, I've also connected with other archangels, especially with me learning energy healing, connecting with Archangel Raphael. He's the angel of healing and well-being. Archangel Gabriel with communication and creativity, Archangel Uriel with wisdom and illumination, and there's so many others. And they're all so beautiful to connect with. So if you do feel called to it, do it. Do it. And so what I'll be doing for my intuitive readings this Friday is it's going to be which archangel wants to connect with me. So I'll leave a link in the description as well to request a reading for that if you would like one. So again, just be open to the signs and the synchronicities. Connect with your guardian angel. If you want to go ahead and connect with the archangels too, you can do that as well. And, you can just simply do that by just calling upon them, talking to them. You can start your day with, I invite my angels and guides to protect me today, to guide me today. You could say, angels, please be with me and guide me toward my highest good. Even when you go into a situation, you could just call upon your angels, archangels to please help me as I go through this. Whether it's you needing to make a difficult phone call or you having a difficult conversation with someone, or even if it's you need courage in doing something, you are never alone, ever. So if you ever feel like you're lonely in this world, you have your guardian angel to talk to. And once you start playing with that, right? Start exploring that and being curious about your spirit guides, your angels, archangels, the universe. There's so much to explore. There's so much to experience and really bring those experiences from the spiritual realm into the physical. So I just want to say, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode talking about guardian angels and archangels. So if today's episode inspired something in you, I invite you to keep going, keep believing in yourself, and continue this journey with the Empowered Soul podcast. Each episode is a step toward deeper growth and self-love. If you feel called, please take a moment to follow on your favorite podcast platform or subscribe on YouTube. It helps us to reach others who are ready to embrace their empowered path and step into their highest potential. So until next time, stay empowered and keep embracing the journey within.